readings, and today I'm doing a reading for the collective. I hope that your Beltane reading assists you not only in your magic, but in what is to come ahead. The first deck that I am using is, oh my gosh, what is it called? It's covered up. I want to say it. The drum deck, the drumming oracle deck. It's absolutely lovely. I did okay, obviously, hold on. I did a video for it. Okay. I need two more. Can you give me two more? Okay. One more. Please, not six. One more. One on the bottom? Okay. Wow. Okie dokie. Now I'm using the Green Witch Oracle. I have so many that sometimes the names are just out of my reach. Come on. Whoa, not that many. And of course, the Cozy Witch deck. Another one of my absolute favorites. I love this deck to bits. I've been using it since I got it. That's how it's connected. Come on. You want in a second, the last one. Okay. Okay. First card is Tangu Drum. New beginnings. New beginnings. And that's what Beltane is about. New beginnings. It is the beginning of our harvest seasons. It is the essence of the crops coming in. It is the seeds growing. It is becoming pregnant, becoming creative, becoming and amplifying your dreams. It is a path that you need to take, something that you've looked forward to, but you've put off. This is the perfect time to start it and create. Now the second one, Cauldron. Creation, opportunity, caring. With the cauldron, whatever you put into it brews up something magnificent, whether it's magic or it's food. It brews it up magically. It is something that manifests in a positive light. So it's up to you to put in what it needs to manifest what you want. In other words, if that's time, if that's energy, if that's creativity, if that's money, if that's just asking for help, just putting what you need into it, in that pot, so that you can manifest your dreams, your future, then do so. Stop making excuses. Stop stomping on yourself. Stop holding yourself back. Move forward by actually doing the work to create it. The next one that goes to this is Five of Wands. Now, I don't know how many of you actually belong to a coven or have a circle of friends that you work with. But in my coven, everyone matters. Everyone has a say. Everyone steps up and helps out. It's not, I am the end all, you listen. It's, I'm the high priestess, but what do you take on this? What would you like to bring in on this? What would you like to do? How would you like to embellish your energy into this circle? What aspect would you like to deliver? Everybody should have a say. And I'm getting a feeling that your connection is not like that. That you're being stifled on this. You're being told because you're being pushed back and saying either you don't know enough or you haven't practiced enough, or because you're green, you don't know how to do it. That's not true. That's not true. If you're new to the craft, it would be up to them to help you along the way. If you're new and you don't know anybody, then you have to get out there and find someone. But what I'm hearing is somebody being told, shh, sit down. Shh, I'll tell you what to do. Shh, this is how you do it, or not at all. And that's not the way it works. The real gift of magic comes from within. And how we amplify it is sharing it with others. Not cutting them down. Not stabbing each other in the back. We work together as one. And that's what you need to find. That's very important for your growth, inner growth, is to know that your opinion, your energy matters as much as anybody else's. And anybody that tells you it doesn't is looking for a power trip and has no right being the head of a coven. A coven is family. A coven means everyone is equal. Everyone's connected. There is balance within. Everybody needs to work together. That's what makes a coven. Okay, the next is Mother Drum, and that's community. Again, we're going back to community. Our pagan community that surrounds us is supposed to be a strong, supportive system. It doesn't matter if it's only on the internet and you've got people from UK and you've got people from New York and you've got people from, oh God, Alaska. I don't know. They're supposed to be supportive. They're supposed to help you. If you are gathering people around you, again, supportive. They're supposed to listen to you and help you become the productive witch you want to be. And together, that's where the magic lies. So your community is supposed to be a strong energy for you to draw from, to feel the love, feel the energy, feel the family connection, feel the strength and the courage to move forward on your magical journey. And this is what you need to work with. You need to find those that connect with you the proper way. Next card is Bird. And this is freedom, opportunity. And that's what you have. You have the freedom to say, I don't want to be here, or I want to be heard. And you have the opportunity to speak up for yourself and stand strong. And that, I'm not telling you to tell somebody off. I'm telling you to sit there and say, I don't feel right about doing it this way. I'd like to add a little bit more to it. I'd like to enhance what I feel, what I do, what I want. I'd like to learn more about this. Maybe it's learning how to amplify your energy through singing bowls, or drums, or working with meditation, or learning Reiki, becoming an herbalist. What you're being drawn to. And that's the freedom to stand up and say, I want to do this. Doesn't matter that your high priest is a master's in Reiki. If you want a master's in Reiki, go for it. Do what feels right for you. If he doesn't or she doesn't like it, there's a problem. But you have to be true to yourself and true to your path, and not anyone else. And if they are your friends or they are your magical family, they will step up and support you on your journey. The only time I have not supported somebody is when out of the blue they've wanted to hurt somebody else. Then it's for me to back up. If it's wrong, it's not what I want, it's not what I need. If you're out for vengeance or out for harming somebody with bitterness and hate, it's only going to backfire. And if it comes onto me and my family or the rest of the coven, that's not cool. So if you want to do something like that, you're going to have to go. That's the only time I've ever pulled that. Otherwise, somebody wants to learn something and I can help, I do. Somebody wants to learn how to work with puppets, I can help you with all I know, and you can do whatever you want to learn. Somebody wants to learn how to make oils, I can show you what I know, and you can go on and learn from other places. But I'm supportive, and that's what you need. This is what you're looking for. Support. A support group. Because the magic that you're practicing means the world to you. And you need that. Because I've got a feeling that your real family or your real friends, what you call your real friends, outside of magic, aren't very supportive. And that's holding you down. You have to be honest, you have to be upfront, and you have to be able to say what you want and who you are. It's in here that matters, not somebody else's opinion out there. It's what you feel, what you think. And if you don't support you, how's anybody else supposed to? You want that community. You want that coven. You want the creativity. You want the new venture. You have to start believing in you. Okay, this is the Two of Swords. And that is, wake up. What is it that you truly want? And if you look at her, she's blindfolded. And there's two paths. One is indecisive, and the other is witch. How perfect is that, right? So, if you want to be a witch, you have to get rid of the indecisive motion. In other words, well, yeah, I'll be a witch, but you know what? I won't tell anybody. Yeah, I'll be a witch, but you know what? I gotta hide everything because I don't want anybody else to know. But I can't practice because, well, my parents wouldn't like it. Well, I can't practice because my older sister will bitch me out. You have to choose what's right for you. And if you want to be a witch, then you have to stand up for yourself. You can't keep hiding. You have to be who you really are. And that's going to give you the strength to move forward in your magic. You want to learn things. How are you going to learn it if you're hiding? You want to read, but how are you going to do that if you're too scared to bring a book out with you in public or down to a park where you're sitting and having tea? Or maybe you're going into a coffee shop and you're going to have a coffee, but you're too scared to open up a book in front of you. You need to be able to express who you are and be proud. And that's something that you need to choose. The next one is Wild Horse Drum. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's gorgeous. And it's divination. This is giving you what you need to hear. Now that you're hearing it, you need to respond. You need to act. You need to continue. Not just sit back and go, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right. But that doesn't work either. The butt's out the door. You need, if you know that this is right and you know what I'm saying is good and you know this reading is for you, get out of your shell and do something. Get yourself out of that box. Do something that out of the norm for you. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to feel. It's that important. Now here's the next card, Mushroom. And this is recycling, breaking down problems. Okay, so as we see what the issue is, we need to figure out a way to work with it and fix it. Break it down. What can you do to start it? What can you do to get motivated in a progressive journey? What can you do to allow yourself a gift of openness and understanding? This is something that you need to work with. Otherwise, getting into a community, getting into a coven, getting your new beginning is not going to happen. You're too busy being scared and sitting in the corner. You need to move forward and working through your problems, just like life lessons, just working through it to get onto the other side and start a new journey. That's what you need to do. You've wanted this for too long. Don't give up on yourself now. Now this card here is Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Now this one says, let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. In other words, be open to new ideas. Allow things to come in. Venture forward into all that you want, all that you desire. Take that step. Motivate yourself to go forward. Get what you want out of life. Be the person you want to be, not what somebody else tells you you have to be. Because there's a difference between somebody telling you that you have to be something and you standing up for yourself and saying, excuse me, I'm more than just a mother or a father. I am more than just a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I am more than just a student or a worker. I am me. And all that entails, including my magical side. So you take it one step further and you do this for you. Now the last card here is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands. Why make things so much more difficult than they need to be? That's the whole reading pretty much in a nutshell. You have put yourself in the position of how many things you are too scared to deal. So being your true self is something that you are not going to put out there because you don't want everybody to know what you are. Well, why are you making it so difficult when it doesn't have to be? Just be honest, be open, and let them deal. If somebody doesn't like your choice, that's their problem. If somebody thinks you should be doing something else and you don't want to, that's again their problem, not yours. You've chosen. But the thing is, you need to be proactive in what you believe in. In other words, you need to be able to stand up and have the courage for what you want. And sometimes, even with anxiety and stress, it falls down. And you need to work on it. The last card is abundance, and you have a lot of that coming to you. So let's move forward with the abundance in your life. This is all I've got for now. Blessed Beltane, I will talk to you real soon. Hope you enjoy. Please click like and subscribe. Blessed be.